within a month of joining your program, someone reached out to me from my sphere that was a hard money lender. I had no idea at the time that that's what they did. And they said they wanted to give me this listing, which was a 17-unit multifamily, the biggest listing of my entire career.
Hey everybody, are you ready to be fired up? Because I sure am. I have Jamie Hartman here, and she is one of our students in the program. She's crushing it right now. She is celebrating her wins in silence, and so we are making her come on to talk about what she's doing right now with everything going on in the world to see some massive success in her business. Jamie, thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. I'm excited to have you.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here too.
Ooh, okay, so first of all, if anybody has a wonderful referral, we want them to send them your way in your area. So tell us where you're at and where you service.
So I'm dual licensed in New Jersey and Pennsylvania. I service Center City, Philadelphia, as well as all 7 counties in South Jersey.
Man, that seems like a big area. Is it really big or no?
So, I mean, New Jersey's not that big, actually. In general, it's probably like, I would say door to door from Jersey Shore to Philly, an hour and a 15-minute drive. So it's not as big as it sounds. And I'm from South Jersey. So I cover the county I grew up in. I live in a different county now. The Jersey Shore is a different county. So it's like all my home ground.
All the same stuff. Okay, good. So, all right. So, real estate agents right now first, tell us a little bit about your business. Like, how long have you been in the industry? How many deals on average do you do a year? And what does your business look like right now? And then we can talk about how you found that success, what you're doing to find that success as an agent.
So I've been very fortunate. I've been in the business for 10 years. I've always been, relatively successful in terms of what is viewed as success. I've sold between 25 and 30 homes a year. And my real niche is that I help families that are looking to move from Center City, Philadelphia to South Jersey. I introduce them to the area. I give them an overview, and I help really help them hone in on where in South Jersey they should be. So that has been, really my bread and butter for I would say the last 7 years or so, but it's been really buyer heavy, obviously. And so I wanted to transition to sellers. So that's what led me to you.
Okay, good. So are you doing that now? So tell us.
Oh yes. So within a month of joining your program, someone reached out to me from my sphere that was a hard money lender. I had no idea at the time that that's what they did. And they said they wanted to give me this listing, which was a 17-unit multifamily, the biggest listing of my entire career. So it actually is a new construction building. They gave it to me back in the fall, and I'm listing it next week.
Yay! 17 units all at one time. Oh, sellers, that's like almost that's about 60% of what you typically do in a year.
Not to mention, they were so happy with everything I've been doing, they offered me their whole portfolio. So they gave me additional properties in addition to the multifamily.
Oh my gosh. So what helped you be able to win that over? Can you get to what did you do that made you stand out from other agents?
So I will say originally we were talking at a cocktail party, and she was just asking me basic real estate questions, and she really liked my answers, and we were friends. So I was really just giving her pro bono advice. And then she called me and she was like, I saw your videos. I see what you're doing. I'm so impressed. I loved your answers. We have a realtor, but I'm not happy with her, and I want to get rid of her and hire you.
Oh, yay. Okay. So you won her over from your great answers, from your marketing, your video. So she started seeing you around town, seeing what you're doing. So what are you doing? I mean, first of all, to sell between on average of 25 and 30 homes a year you're in the top, 5%, 10, bare minimum 10% of realtors nationwide. Most agents don't sell 4 or 5 homes a year. And you've done that consistently. What do you feel the key driver is to consistently doing that over the past 7 years? And we've seen all sorts of markets, right?
So I think it's a number of things, right? Which is a lot of what you teach as well. It's not any one thing necessarily, right? It's like having your hand in a lot of different things. I do a lot of client appreciation events. I do a lot of follow-up. I'm constantly staying in front of my people. In Thanksgiving, I give gratitude baskets. I'm really all about giving back to my clients. You know, they give me so much. I'm so fortunate to, and I love them. They all become my friends.
Yeah.
But also I have an incentive program where I've leveraged my relationship with realtors in Philadelphia so that when they're listing a house, if the clients are moving to South Jersey, they refer them to me.
So talk to us, what does that incentive plan look like?
So it's a generous referral that's above what the normal referral is. And, you know, it's win-win for both sides because all of my Philly realtor friends know what kind of business I do. They know that I deliver 5-star service. So they trust me and they're able to know that their people are in good hands. And then I'm also adding a little financial incentive to go a little bit above and beyond what they would be getting as a normal referral.
Ooh, I love it. So you spend a little money to make a lot more. And I think so many agents are afraid they don't want to pay a referral fee. They don't want to market themselves. They don't want to treat their business like a business. And so therefore they don't do a lot of business, but obviously what you're doing is working. And I love that you're saying it's client centric, like you care about your clients. You show that you give them a lot of value. What is it? What's your care package look like for Thanksgiving? What do you do for Thanksgiving?
So I always do some apple cider with whiskey, and I do like 2 branded mugs of my company, New Roots South Jersey. So
I like it.
I actually want to switch to like I need to order some new ones because I'm fresh out, but I want to switch them to like a Yeti, like a mug for next year. But I always do the same thing. People love it, right? I mean, who doesn't love spiked cider in the fall, especially when it gets cold?
I know, that sounds kind of good right now even. White cider.
And then I also do, which has been a huge, people have loved, is I get a professional photographer around Thanksgiving as well. And so I have them come in and take pictures in a very pretty spot. And then people can use those for their Christmas cards.
That's a great idea. So you hire a professional photographer and let them take pictures, and then they have their great idea. You're offering value that's really, truly going to help them.
Right. Okay, so I block out a photographer for the day, and then I have people sign up for like a 15-20 minute spot. And then I last year I didn't do it, but this year I want to have like food and drink there too.
Oh, well, because COVID made things kind of weird too. People were kind of.
It's been tough. So I'm happy to be getting back to that.
Getting back to, okay.
And good. I do that for my realtors as well. I like to, you know, to give them gratitude baskets as well. Either like after the pandemic, I did like a shot of Grey Goose, like those little Grey Goose bottles with like lemons and like, thanks for helping me turn lemonade, like lemons into lemonade, you know, take a shot on me, something like that.
Yeah, I love that. So you're kind of going above and beyond, right? Like it's not just like one transaction to the next. You're really appreciating your clients, appreciating your fellow real estate agents, and you're really very collaborative, which is great. Now let's get back to the 17-unit apartment building that you have, and the fact that you were able to get more listings from them and more stuff that's coming up. What do you plan on doing to make yourself stand out, your property stand out, so they're going to want to continue to work with you and to hire you for upcoming projects?
Well, they already actually said that they want me to be their preferred realtor partner, and they want to do videos with me for their hard lending business, where we're going to be offering their clients a package. Ooh. So that's really exciting. I mean, that's one person from my sphere, and that ripple effect of all of those deals as a result. And that's just one example. I mean, it's really amazing how much exposure your program gives us.
So you're utilizing what you're learning from the program, the marketing, the digital marketing aspect. Explain to us what aspects of the program have you really doubled down on that you've seen? Like, what are you doing that you've seen the most results from your business as far as that? I
mean, really the videos, consistent videos, the value of the funnels, really being able to like have everything in one place and providing value. I now provide videos every step of my buyer transaction, right? So that, you know, you went under contract, congrats, this is what to expect in a video. It streamlined my business in such an innovative way that provides value. But also, you know, the ads, right? Consistently running the ads has really helped me to gain exposure. I've reached over 500,000 people in my area so far. And the other thing too is, which I have to mention, is the community piece. I've always been big at that, but I didn't really know how to implement. and my community videos have gotten such great support and such great feedback. And after going through McCall, I've realized my community videos are more myself in my own style than when I'm talking in real estate videos.
Okay, so talk more about, explain it, like what community, I mean, you said really it's the videos. So exactly what kind of videos are you doing? What kind of community videos are you doing? How are you booking those appointments? And obviously, you know, I know all this, Jamie, but I'm trying to have you help our listeners because they pretend like they're little preschoolers who have never done anything before. Like, what's your process?
So first of all, my brand, New Roots South Jersey, takes a holistic approach to real estate, which means that I believe it's more than just the house, right? It's the community and the neighborhood, and you're buying all of that. So my whole philosophy is that I want to help you make sure that your house becomes a home and you love where you live. So I do that by introducing not only the area, but also what's available in the area. So, you know, the best mom and pop places to go to eat, places that are more environmentally friendly. I do a lot of like eco-conscious places. I do a lot of, you know, especially right now, salt baths are really big. Like those, I don't know if you have those in California, like the float bath is really big around here on the East Coast. It's like a sensory experience where you go and you float in a salt bath and it helps to really ease anxiety. And so I did a video there, like different off the beaten path places that can help people and, you know, mind, body, spirit, while also in the area.
Oh, I love it. Okay. So your videos are helping you. You're really going into your true authentic self, creating the type of video content that you're comfortable with. So it's more enjoyable for you. Very, very community centric. You're involving yourself in the community videos so that people know you. 500,000 people seeing you in your area. That's huge. I mean, you know, do you find that you're getting more referrals because of that?
Yes, very much so. I mean, I've always been really great at getting referrals in general, but it's just another touch point, right? I mean, they say you need to get in front of someone, 34 times before they call you. Yeah. And, you know, it's out of sight, out of mind. So it's just really keeping me on the forefront. I mean, everywhere I go, people are telling me they see my videos. My friends joke I'm a celebrity, you know, it's like all those things.
When you start doing that and you know it's working, you're like, when people say I see you everywhere and they're like, oh, you're like a little, then you're like, okay, it's working, you know.
To me though, so when I founded my company in 2020, I partnered with our local hospital who was doing this initiative where they turned a city bus into a mobile grocery store, and they drove it into impoverished areas to bring food like sustenance into areas where they didn't have access to grocery stores during the pandemic. And every house I sell, I give back to the mobile grocery store. And so as my company has grown, we've been able to help almost 1,200 families through food sustenance. And so it has been just so rewarding. The more I grow, the more I can give, right? And that's another one of your philosophies.
Oh, I love it. I would love to see a picture of that bus, just like how they have everything organized and how they distribute it. That's
so
amazing.
Cool. I have a video I could send you. And actually, in addition to doing that, they do like on the spot food demonstrations. So they'll teach people how to use the food that they get at the grocery store. Some people in poor areas have never even seen a banana. And really? In Camden, which is like it's actually one of the poorest cities in the country. It's right here in South Jersey. And I was shocked to hear that the life expectancy is only 71 years old. And that's because they're living in these houses with lead-based paint and all of these issues. And if you don't have a healthy diet, you can't fight that, you know, the problems that arise in real estate. Yeah. And so it's all interrelated.
Man, so listen, send me the video. I'll send you an email and I'll attach my team to it, send it to them. We'll put it in the show notes so you can look at her community videos. If she has any other ones she wants to send, I'll make sure it's in the show notes so you get an idea of what community videos are. So a few takeaways before we end. Number one, I want to just compliment you for giving back to your community, for supporting your community and like helping, you're being paid, you're helping them thrive, which I love. Very community centric. You're giving back not only to other real estate agents that are referring you, but to your clients. You're not just transactional. and you're marketing yourself in a way that you're making it to where it's impossible to forget about you. And now you're like a celebrity in your area. So as far as business goes, right now how is your business right now? People are fearful because of the recession, because of interest rates. How do you feel about that?
I really think that it's all about perception, right? I mean, I know people say we shouldn't be referring back to the 1980s when interest rates were like 17 and 18%, but the reality is they're really not that high. And, people think of real estate, as a product, but it's not. It's a commodity, and people need to be aware that it shifts. The market shifts with what's going on around the world, and right here, I don't think it's such a bad thing that it's starting to shift. A lot of buyers have had a hardship for the last 3 years or so, and it's all cyclical. Everyone, it's buyers' time.
Yeah, it's normalizing now, and people are so worried about, oh my gosh, the interest rates are higher, but it does make the payment go up, but it's been impossible for buyers to get properties for the past couple of years. They had to pay 30, 40, 50, $100,000 above list price. And if you do the math of paying $50,000 above list price, above the appraisal, or paying a couple, $300 or $400, $700 more in your payment, it's actually cheaper now at the interest rates than what you've had to do over the past several years to get a home. Jamie, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it more than you know. And I always end every single podcast. So listen, everyone, you've learned some great tips today. Okay. And it doesn't help just to listen. You have to listen to what someone's doing that's working and start implementing what they're telling you, not just listening. So I want to leave it with that. But Jamie, if you could give one piece of advice, personal, business, relationships, whatever it might be, what would that one piece of advice be to our listeners?
Give joy. I mean, there's so much negativity in the world. I think you give what you get. And I approach every day with just bringing joy and happiness and positivity. And I think if you really try to focus on the positive, it'll go a long way.
You give joy, you get what you think. Energy goes where focus flows. And then one last time, Jamie, remind people, how can they get in touch with you? Can you give them your contact information?
Yes. So New Roots South Jersey. My YouTube channel is New Roots South Jersey if you want to look for me. And my email is jamie.hartman@exprealty.com.
Oh, Jamie. Okay. Jamie.hartman@exprealty.com. And by the way, we love EXP, so reach out to her for that too. Anyways, everyone, thank you for your time. We appreciate you. And as always, it's time. I hope you were just as fired up as I was. Implementation is key. Thank you so much for spending a few minutes with us, and we will see you next time.
Thanks so much for watching my video. You can learn more about how to be a successful real estate professional by watching other videos that I have. And be sure to subscribe to my channel. And as always, make it a great home selling and buying day.